Welcome back in another video, guys, and in this video we're going to talk about robotic affirming. And this is actually something that I get asked quite often for a long time, and I finally decided to make a video about it. And so let's talk about it. We're going to talk about what it is, how does it work, and does it work. And I'm going to give you my perception, my experience of it. So let's go straight into it. Now, if you have never heard of what is robotic affirming, in simple word, it is simply basically the use of affirmations or mantras or whatever you want to call it that you repeat a lot throughout the day. Okay, so for what purpose, you may be thinking? Well, it is to create a desired outcome in your life. Whether you want to achieve something, manifest something, change something in your life, it comes from the principle that my thoughts create my reality. So if I can start affirming certain things, changing certain belief, perception that I have, it will reflect back in my reality. Now, the question that I get asked often is it real? Does it work? And the simple answer here is that yes, it works. Because I want you to consider this for a moment. Do you believe that your thoughts have anything to do with your life experiences and results? And if the answer is yes here, then it makes sense that if you want to change anything in your life, improve, enhance, transform, create anything in your life, you must change your thoughts about that things, about that area of your life, about yourself, about people, about whatever it might be involved in. Because if you keep on thinking the same way, if you keep on having the same old belief system, you will keep on perpetuating the same old experiences. I want you to see your thoughts just like being Lego bricks. Every thought that you have kind of just like piles up those Lego bricks around and builds up, fabricate your life. And the more you repeat some of those thoughts, the bigger those blocks become. And that's what we call belief. That's what Neville Goddard used to call assumptions, right? That's why it's the law of assumption. Those beliefs, which are nothing more than thoughts that you have repeated enough time with enough certainty that they became real truth for you, usually subconscious truth about yourself, about people, about the world, about life, right? We've got belief about everything. Those beliefs are big Legos, big building blocks in our reality that shapes and influences our life massively. So the robotic affirming comes in by helping you change your thought, by giving you some form of methodology. And it's something that, you know, even in Think and Grow Rich, in when did it come out? 1950s, 1960s, right? It's what he calls the law of auto-suggestions, Napoleon Hill, right, in his book. And so very similar ways to go first to your thought about the thing, go first to the thoughts that you have about yourself, get rid of that negative limiting thought and perception that you have, and start reversing that, start creating a self-talk and narrative that will support you in achieving, creating, manifesting the thing that you want in your life. Because the thing is this, we live what we believe. And in this channel, we talk a lot about the power of identity, how our belief about ourselves is what really dictates our life the most. But we also have big belief system about the world, right? And so many people have massively negative, limiting belief about the world, about themselves, about money, about people, about love, about relationships. So when you pile up all those things, it's no wonder why life, the mirror, keeps reflecting certain things, certain people, certain experiences that you subconsciously select because of the belief programs that you have. So how do you go and start engineering something different in your life? Is through, you know, changing your thoughts, changing your perception, changing your belief, changing your identity. And so robotic affirming is one of the tools that you can use. Creating affirmation, creating a certain thought, creating a sentence that you use that reflects the outcome that you want to create in your life and that you repeat over and over and over again so that you can really root out, no longer give importance, no longer give attention and significance to the old subconscious thoughts, but replace them every chance you get with the new one. I'll give you an example, right? For example, if you have like a lot of thoughts of lack and scarcity and it's not good enough and I'm tired and it's too expensive and it's hard to make money, there's no experience out there, you know, you gotta sacrifice to make money, whatever. If you have that kind of thoughts that goes on in your life and you've been having those thoughts for 10, 20, 40 years, it's no wonder why that thought is so energized and has such a deep momentum in your life. So before anything could start even changing, before you can start even believing that there is a possibility for you to turn your situation around, you gotta start going to the root of your experiences, to the cause of your perception. If your perception is still locked in everything is too much and I cannot make it and I'm never gonna make it and I'm not good enough to make money, to be successful, blah blah. If your perception is locked in that limiting belief still, life will be a progression of that. And we could say that, your past will become your predictable future. So instead, it's all about going there and start implementing new thoughts to create a new perception, like a new canvas, a new mental picture of what you want to be life about. How do you want it to be? How do you want yourself to be? Yeah, so you can work on your self-image about, feeling attractive, feeling worthy, feeling all of those things. You may work on money, you may work on getting a new job. I don't know what you're working on, right? But your thoughts, your belief must be able to reflect that. And this is something that has been taught a long time ago. Even in the Bible, it says, let the weak man say, I am strong. Because if you keep saying, I'm weak and I'm not good enough and I'm fucked up, how do you expect anything to change, kind of thing? If you go and you keep believing in self-pity and you wallow in yourself, how do you expect to get any form of power to transcend your situation? It's just common sense, right? So again, the Bible says, be you transformed by the renewing of your mind, by the renewing of your thoughts, by the renewing of your belief system. So the reason why robotic affirming is a very, fancy or, popular technique now and even in the past is because it works, right? So you can call it affirming, you can call it a mental diet like Neville Goddard did, you can call it whatever you want, I don't care. But know that fundamentally, you cannot serve two masters at the same time. So either you're gonna serve that old narrative, that old story that you've had with you for a long time, or you're gonna craft a new one. And to make that new one stick, you need to energize it, you need to repeat it, you need to anchor it over and over and over again so that you can stop wavering. 1 minute you're there, the next you're there, and so on, right? Because life will trigger back those old thoughts and those emotions. And so we could say that life will test you, whether you're gonna give your attention there or whether you're gonna renounce those thoughts and give your attention elsewhere. And so when you condition your mind to a new thought, you condition and create a new mind, a new level of consciousness. And you'll be amazed at how things start to come in, because life, being a mirror, is always reflecting back to you your state of consciousness. That's what the law of assumption or the law of attraction or the law of mirroring, whatever you want to call it, is all about. Now, we also have to talk about emotional bypassing for a moment, because this is the delusion that a lot of people use in the spiritual community, bypassing what is, how they feel, the experiences when they are negative or bad or something happens to them, right? And they try to change that. They try to manifest something out of that. They try to, make it go away and create something else, which I understand the reasoning. And so they refer to all those teaching like revisions and this and that and deny your reality. And I understand why this is sexy and appealing, but a lot of people don't really understand what those things are saying. And when they bypass what they experience emotionally, like gaslighting yourself, I'm not feeling this, it doesn't exist, it didn't happen. When you deny your own emotions about a situation, about an event, about a thing, because you don't like it, because you resist it, because it's not what you want, it will bite you back. You gotta be extremely careful. You can deny the thoughts, the perception, the limitation, the story. You can let go of those thoughts and project it toward what you want to create, what you want to build instead. But don't deny how you feel about it, because it's like gaslighting yourself. So don't go into the emotional bypassing simply because it's uncomfortable, because it's painful, because you feel shame or embarrassment or whatever it may be. But this is probably a topic for another video, because we could go deep there about what do I think and how does that work and so on. And it's not the context of this video, but I really wanted to mention it here, guys. And so guys, this was my thoughts on robotic affirming, what I think about it, how it works. So I invite you to try it, experiment, test it for yourself, go first into your thoughts, create a new way of thinking about your situation that reflects the desired outcome that you try to create, achieve, and anchor that through repetition over and over and over again, and see the result for yourself. If you have any question, let me know what you think down in the comment, guys. I will see you next time. As always, be well.